Texas, Texas. Hello everybody, I'm Travion Brown. I'm a Houston realtor. I work in the entire Houston metro area. If you want a home with no stairs, this is the home for you. Today we have a beautiful one-story home, 2,504 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage. We got an office space, nice backyard. Now I'm gonna tell you exactly why this home today is special, because this home actually used to be a model home. And now it's selling for right under $500,000, like right beneath it. Now this home technically is not up for sale yet, but I'm gonna show it to you guys now because this home is gonna go quick. People love to buy the model homes because you get finishes that you wouldn't get in regular homes. So without further ado, let's get into the home. One more thing before we step into the home. The builder of this home is Perry, one of the best builders in the US. They offer a $25,000 incentive that you can use for closing costs to buy down your interest rate and other things. You can get really creative with it. You can grab a little bit of the money, drop it on closing costs, or grab a little bit of the other money, bring down the interest rate. You can structure it however you want to. But let's get into the home. Now, sorry, I don't have a cameraman with me today, so we're gonna have to drop and pop the tripod everywhere. But as soon as you walk into this home, it has pretty decently high ceilings. Even when you can hear me, I have a nice echo going. But as soon as you walk in, you're immediately greeted with this super fancy light fixture here, nice chandelier. But before we get into that, as soon as you walk into the home, you're also greeted with a nice office area right here. Literally, as soon as you come to the door, you turn left, you have this nice office area. And now here's why I'm gonna explain to you why it's always fun to buy model homes, because you get fixtures like this. Usually when you come with these homes, you go to the model home, people always ask, is this included or is this included? It's more of like a DIY project, but see, when you buy the model home, it comes with it. You see this nice accent wall here, has like nice ridges in it. And then you have this nice light right here. And then also in the office, you have lots of natural light as well. This home actually takes in a lot of natural light for it being a one-story home. You get lots of light in here. Now, as we go right back here into the hallway, now as we continue our way down the hallway, we have this beautiful chandelier here that I was starting to get into a little bit earlier. But what I like about this is how there's like lights at the bottom. Then there's like a fewer lights in the middle at the top. So it's kind of like a stacked type kind of appeal here. But as we move further through the hallway, you have your first bedroom right here on the left. Before we continue through the home, we're gonna take the shoes off just because we don't wanna dirty up anything. This could be your home and I don't wanna walk through your house with shoes on. Just putting it out there. Now, I'm gonna also go back to what I said earlier with the model homes. With the model homes, again, you get all these accents that they add in the model home to draw in buyers, but now that they're selling the model home, you get all the extra stuff almost at the same price that everybody paid for as a regular bland home with just white walls and stuff like that. Now, I understand what most of you would say is I don't like this wall, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. I'm just saying that when you mess with the model homes a little bit, you get a little more bang for your buck, I feel, because you get extra things, you know? Now again, in a kid's bedroom, if I was a kid, I would think this is really cool. It's like some weird things you would see in space. It looks like a globe. So imagine you're a kid playing with your toys and like you look up and you see this. I'm playing with airplanes all day thinking I'm in space. But yes, this is a nice space bedroom, nice window here. And again, the nice designs on the wall and also a full bath. I also want to say another cool thing that you could do with like office spaces like back there, you can also always change it into a formal dining room. But me personally, I would use it as an office. So with one of the smaller bedrooms here, we have a nice vanity here, one sink vanity with nice mirror, nice light fixtures, and a walk-in shower. Usually in most homes, you only see a walk-in shower and a master bed, but it's nice to see a walk-in shower in other bedrooms as well. It just shows you how higher the home is. Now, when we get into the closet space right here, closet space is pretty proportional because it could either be a kid's bedroom or a guest bedroom if you have family coming over or things of that nature. But yeah, we have places to hang clothes, and we also have a nice shelf that goes from one side of the wall all the way around to the other side of the wall. Now, when we go back out to the hallway here, honestly, I'm gonna admire this every time I see it. Giving you a heads up now. I'm gonna look at it every time I see it. Okay, so when we go into this area right here, we have places, we have coat hangers, jacket hangers, we have a place to sit. to take your shoes off. And then we also have a nice cubby space below to put shoes and other things. And right here we have the 2-car garage. Okay, I'm not gonna spend too much time talking out here because I took my shoes off. But for a 2-car garage, this is very generous because in my opinion, I would try to fit 4 cars in here. I'm telling you, if you drive through here and you turn sideways, you might be able to put more than 2 cars in here, but this is a pretty big garage. And then you still have to factor in the driveway as well. So if you're holding Thanksgiving or a Christmas party, this would be a great home. You have lots of parking space. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this home, which is the kitchen and the dining space and the master bed, I also want to point out that the other 2 bedrooms is right here with the laundry connection. Okay, so we have the washer and dryer connections here with a place to hang up wet clothes and storage space to put detergent, fabric softener, dryer sheets, and things like that. And it has a vent, which I'm pretty sure comes standard in all washer dryer connection rooms. What I like about, the good thing about 1-story home is usually in some homes they put laundry upstairs. So again, if you want a home with no stairs, this is the perfect 1-story for you and your family. I'm gonna say this again. This is why buying a model home is better, because think about it this way. In the last bedroom, in the smaller bedroom, we had a globe type of light. Now we have this star looking light. That would be perfect for a kid's room. You know, usually with kids' room, you always get that one singular light at the top and it's very basic. But the thing with model homes is they're trying to impress buyers when they come in. So when it's time to sell the model home, now they leave all these fancy things behind that you get that all the other people that bought these homes didn't get. Now, I'm not saying that these lights wouldn't be in other homes, but it's less likely because they put more work into the model home because it gives more curb appeal. So now you're getting more of a curb appeal type home for the prices of the rest, you know? And then we have, again, if you don't like the wall, you can always not just buy the home. But for a kid's room, this is perfect. Usually when people get kids, they paint the walls for them. But if you have a daughter, I feel like this is a very feminine wall design here. And it also has a closet, of course. It's just another standard closet that you would have for a kid's room. Hanger here, shelf, shelf. Just another closet. Before we get into the next bedroom, this is the shared bathroom. 1 sink vanity, plenty of storage below. And then we have a beautiful shower here. And then we also have a towel rack above the toilet. I don't have to say it again. Model home. Now we have the nice baby blue walls here. And then there's dinosaurs on the wall too. I don't know, as a little boy, me personally, I love dinosaurs. So if there's ever a little boy out there that loves dinosaurs, this would be the perfect room for him. It looks like the sky has the dinosaur prints, but this is one of the more normal light fixtures that would come in the bedroom, but I like how the ceiling fan is actually wooden. If you actually, I'll see if I can stop it really quick. Let me see. As we patiently wait for the ceiling fan. It actually stops pretty quick. And also all the rooms come with, of course, with ceiling fans, they have remotes that go to them as well. See, I like how this ceiling fan isn't your usual ceiling fan, it's actually wooden pieces. So it's a better design, something better to look at versus a regular ceiling fan that you always see. But see, that's the great thing about selling, when they sell the model homes, is nothing in the model homes are standard. They're all extra things that other homes probably wouldn't have. But you're getting it for almost the same price. Well, it's kind of hot in here. So we're gonna turn this back on. There we go. Before we move on to the kitchen and dining space, this closet pretty much has the same layout as the other closet. Whew, now we finally get to the meat and potatoes of the home. Now, for a 1-story house, this is actually a really large kitchen, and I'm gonna explain why. For example, we have this very oversized island. And oversized, I'm not just using this word. This island is huge. And then we also have a huge farm-style sink with, of course, you have the hose, and then we have the built-in microwave and the oven, and also storage space below this. And we also have all of this extra storage space here. This could be for, you know, if you're coming home from a long day of work and you want a glass of wine or some whiskey, this would be perfect. Or even if you're hosting Thanksgiving, turkey, beans, greens, literally you can have a buffet for the whole family. This is a lot of counter space. And then we also have all of these extra cabinets below as well. And then we also have cabinet space up here above the fridge, and we also have the pantry, which I'll let you guys see. It's a pretty decent sized pantry. And then we have, what I like is this, like you have the glass cabinets. So you can actually see through the cabinets. A lot of homes don't have glass cabinets. Some do, some don't. And then we have the built-in fan above the gas stove here. And what I also like that is different about this one is the dials are on the right instead of like in front. So it's a different look. And of course we have the dishwasher here and lots of extra shelf space here as well. I mean, cabinet space, sorry. And we also have some more glass cabinets here with, honestly, man, a lot of space. Like we have the island, we have this, and we also have that over there. And then we have this beautiful backsplash here. I like the pattern and I love the design. And we have these beautiful light fixtures here as well. And honestly, for a one-story home, the ceilings are actually pretty high. Now, what I said earlier about this home bringing in a lot of natural light, it does. It honestly does. We have some actually pretty tall windows right here. Usually when you see tall windows like this, it's usually in two-story homes, but we actually have some really tall windows here to also bring in a lot of extra light. And also if you have the kids playing in the backyard, you can see them and keep an eye on them. And then we have a fireplace here. Now, this isn't a real wood fireplace, but it's gas and it lights up and it actually has a nice low flame. It's not the digital fireplaces where you just see the flame and you just know it's not real, but this is actually a real flame and it's gas. And then we also have the shelf space here where you can mount the TV. Now, honestly, this is a lot of space because since all this counter space kind of comes off to the wall a little bit, you can kind of put dining over here, or you could put dining here, or like I said earlier, you can use the office as a formal dining room and you can just put a huge couch here. Me personally, if one of my friends had a home like this and they invited me over for game night, I'll be the first one over because we have all the counter space so it can be chicken wings, nachos, burgers, you know, bratwursts, you know, anything. Now we're about to get into the fun, which would be the master bedroom. The master bedroom has a ton of space. And then again, I'm gonna say it again, model home, you get extra things like this. We have a nice wooden accent wall. And actually what's nice about this, it might look flat to the naked eye, but when you get close to it and you look, they're actually kind of stacked. Like some stick out further than others. So you can actually feel like a textured wall, okay? And now we have another like beautiful star. It looks like a supernova. I always like light fixtures like this because it looks like a supernova. It's like a globe without fully being encased. Now, back to the natural light. These are really big windows for a master bedroom. So if you're one of those people that don't set an alarm clock, you'll have the sunlight to wake you up, not a rooster. Now, there's one more thing that I want you to see about this master bedroom that you'll absolutely love. Now, instead of your traditional push and pull type doors, we have these nice sliding doors, and they're on both sides for the master bath. I'm honestly a fan of them. This is pretty cool. This is actually very nice. You don't see these that often. Now it's time to get into the master bathroom. Whew, okay. Now, as soon as you come into the master bath, you're immediately greeted with a huge tub. And I'm not exaggerating when I say huge tub. For example, I'm 6'1" and I almost weigh 200 pounds, okay? Now watch me get into this tub. My whole life, I've never been in a tub that I could fit in. Honestly, my feet are always hanging out, or you have to sit like a frog in a bathtub. Now, Now, honestly, if I was in the market for a home, I would get this because this tub is unnatural. I mean, me as a grown man, I fit in this tub perfectly and I have lots of space. And mind you, I'm not sitting up in the tub. I'm actually leaned back. So my legs are actually going out further than what they usually do. Now, for all my married couples or newlyweds, this could be a beautiful place to have a nice anniversary. You know, put the candles, some roses and light some candles, and you guys will have a great night. And don't forget the wine or the champagne bottle. Okay, also from when you open the sliding doors, beautiful doors by the way, you have two closet spaces. So right now we're in a closet space to the left. Now we have a place to hang here, shelf up top, place to hang here, shelf up top, and also more shelves and hanging here. And we also have shelves here where you can put your shoes, purses, watches, ties, all of the things that you usually put in the closet. Now over to the next closet space, you have this long shelf and then more space to hang. Same thing here and same thing back here. Now, a home with 2 closet spaces, I know my women out here love their closets. So if you have a whole lot of purses, heels, and all those things, you got plenty of place to hang it up. It's okay, your man can use the small closet over there. We'll leave the big closets for the women because we know women love their closets. Okay, now when you actually go into the master bath and turn around, you're greeted with 2 separate vanities. Now, again, I'm not picking on the women here, but we all know women hate sharing a sink because they have makeup here and all this extra stuff here. And then us men, all we have is a toothbrush, a small soap bottle, and just empty space. You know, we don't need a lot. So now if your partner has a lot of extra stuff that they like to have on the sink, or if you both of you are in a rush, late to work, or have somewhere to be, you have 2 separate vanities to share. Well, not to share, you have your own. Me, I would take the right one. This is mine, stay away. But very nice size mirrors, beautiful light fixtures, and yeah, they're the same light fixtures as well. Also, another thing with this bathroom, which is gonna be pretty quick, there's a quick, toilet here. And actually, right here, if I could get this door to open all the way, no, I cannot. But there's extra shelf space here that I'll show you here in a second. Here's the extra shelf space that I was speaking of, that you can fit the towels and all of those things that we have in our bathrooms. But you have some extra space to kind of tuck it away, have the bathroom looking more nice. Okay, before we move on to the backyard, there's one more thing that I wanted to point out about this island that I didn't see at first. But there's actually extra shelf space below on the other side of the island. Usually in most homes, there's only storage space on one side of the island, but this one has storage on both sides. So with this, the other side of the island, all the cabinets and shelves here, you have a lot of space in this kitchen to put things away, go on a huge grocery shopping, do some grocery shopping. And we have the nice oversized island. So honestly, if you're that family that hosts Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, St. Patrick's, like literally every holiday on the board, everybody would love to come to your home because they'll always see, I've never seen a 1-story home with an island like this and space like this. Oh, excuse me. But yes, now it's time to go into the backyard. Now we've came out to the backyard, and another thing that I personally like is that there's wood here. Usually when you come out on the covered patio on the back of homes, it's usually concrete or anything, but I like how it's actual laid wood here. And then we go up here, it looks like cobblestone laid here. And then again, with the model homes, you just get more. I'm pretty sure if we was to go see a regular inventory home, the backyard wouldn't look like this. I'm telling you, when you buy model homes, you get extra stuff. We have the nice covered patio here with lights. We got plug here. Pretty sure there's a gas connection here somewhere. So you come out here, you can grill. Again, you can host barbecues at this home. You got enough room to lay out a couple cows, honestly. But this is the end of the tour. The backyard here is actually not that big. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. This backyard is not as big because it has a lot more stuff out here. But if you stay to the end of the YouTube home tour, I highly appreciate you. The home tour scene is new to me. I usually make reels and things like that, but I'm stepping out of my comfort zone to make longer form tours for people that want more details or they're having trouble making a decision. But if any of you guys need help or you don't know where to start or you don't know where to look, you can tap the link in my bio, fill out the form, and I'll get to you as soon as possible. Or you can text me or just hop in the comment section and just say, I need help or I'm interested. And we'll go from there. My name is Travion Brown. I'm a Houston realtor, and it was great to meet you guys. God bless you. Stay safe. God bless your families. I wish you the best in life, everything, and nothing but peace and love. Thank you.